The Book Yourself Solid system is based on philosophical and practical principles. Philosophically, there are two underpinnings. First, we truly believe that there are people we are meant to serve and others not so much. Secondly, it is a love story disguised as a sales and marketing guide. It is a love story because in the Book Yourself Solid system, we believe that as we stand in the service of those who energize and inspire us, we will love what we do. We believe that when we love what we do, we can begin to love marketing and selling our services and products. And we can even begin a newfound relationship with ourselves. From a practical perspective, we don't think that marketing gets us clients. We think that marketing creates awareness about what we have to offer. But it is what we do after creating awareness that helps us get the business. Book Yourself Solid is a solid system that teaches you how to move people from awareness to paying clients. We teach you a comprehensive system that will give you the strategies to create awareness and also the steps to take from the moment of awareness until your ideal clients are ready to purchase your offerings so that you can get booked solid. There are 4 modules in the Book Yourself Solid system. Number 1, your foundation. Number 2, building trust and credibility. Number 3, perfect pricing and simple selling. And number 4, the Book Yourself Solid 6 core self-promotion strategies. So we start with the red velvet rope policy. The red velvet rope policy is so important for 2 reasons. It is a filtration system that only allows our most ideal clients in, those who energize and inspire us. If we love every minute of the work we do, you will want to do more marketing. And people will be out in the world talking about you and your work. We define our ideal clients as our star clients. We ask them key questions. We figure out who they hang around. What are their qualities and characteristics? What do they like to do? What kind of ethics do they uphold? And what do they talk about? How do they contribute? These star clients inspire and energize us. If we get a dud client, we dump them fast. Who are dud clients? They drain you, they bore you, they frustrate you. And over time, we keep pruning our list. We demonstrate this by using a story of the old man, the young boy, and the donkey. One day, an old man, a boy, and a donkey are going into town. The boy was riding the donkey while the old man walked beside him. Pretty soon they passed some people who remarked that it was a shame that the boy rode the donkey while the old man had to walk beside. So the boy and the man listened to the criticism of the passers-by and decided to change places. A little bit later, some other people remarked that it was a shame that the man made the little boy walk while the old man rode. So they both decided to walk. Soon they passed more people who thought that it was really stupid to walk when they had a donkey that could give them a ride. So they both then rode the donkey. Later, they passed some people who shamed them by saying how awful it was to put such a load on the donkey. So the man and the boy thought their critics were probably right, so they decided to carry the donkey. And as they crossed a bridge, they lost their grip on the donkey, and he fell into the river and drowned. The moral of the story is, if you try to please everyone, you may as well kiss your ass goodbye. The point is, again, we are not meant to serve everyone. Our red velvet rope, which is a filtration system that lets only our ideal clients in, helps us to know who to spend time with, those that we are meant to serve, so that we are energized and love our work. Then we want to do more of it, and we will want to serve more of the people we are meant to serve. The next part of understanding the Book Yourself Solid system is to understand why people buy what you are selling. We first identify our target market. It is a demographic, the type of people we are meant to serve, an industry perhaps. The niche is the specialization in that target or your specialty, that thing you bring to your market. There's 3 important reasons to have a target market. 1, we need to know where to find the people who we are meant to serve, so we know where to do our marketing. Secondly, when we show up there, those people will know that we are dedicated to them. Also, thirdly, these groups already have people they are talking to. These people are influencers in their market, so when we show up there, they can help represent us and refer us. The next thing that we need to know when we are understanding why people buy what we are selling is, what is our target market's urgent needs and compelling desires? And what's the number 1 result we provide for them? When we know our target market, then we can get really clear on our clients' urgent needs and compelling desires, knowing what problems they want to solve, what they run away from, and their compelling desires, what they run towards. Then we can determine the number 1 biggest result we provide, what we can hang our hat on. Additionally, we begin to understand what we call FEPs, the financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits that we provide. If we know our target market, what they need, what they desire, and the biggest result that our clients get from working with us, then we can articulate the deep-rooted results that we bring to them by bringing them that big result. If you get booked solid, there are financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits that you experience. In the same way, you need to be able to articulate the financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits your clients experience by working with you. Now we are ready to develop a personal brand. We are ready to develop the components of our personal brand that determine how we will be known in our market. There are 4 things to consider. 1, how we distinguish ourselves from everyone else. Number 2, how to develop our who and do what statement, who we help and what we help them do. We develop our why statement, which is our vision for what we hope to achieve. Then we develop a tagline that says something about who we are that is based on why we get up every morning to do the work we do. So, if we have a red velvet rope policy, if we know why people buy what we are selling, if we have developed a personal brand that is easy to talk about, and we know what we do, then we need to do the following 4 things. First, kill the elevator speech. We are on a mission to kill the elevator speech. Instead, we use something really unique called a sales conversation. Then we avoid using only our professional category so that we don't get boxed in. And we use a 5-part formula to talk simply about what we do in a way that is organic and real. We have a target market. We know what they need and desire. We have a result we can help them get, and we know the benefit that we are there to give them. So we ditch the scripts so we don't sound like a robot and have a simple conversation. Now we are ready to move to Module 2. In Module 2, we create and implement a strategy for building trust and credibility over time. We discuss the sales cycle process, a keep-in-touch strategy, and an information product strategy. First, let's talk about credibility and likability. We review the 4 building blocks of credibility and likability. Basically, it's who knows what you know, and do they like you? They are the standard credibility builders, which are a professional website, professional email addresses, which includes your name and your domain name, professional business cards, and potentially professional collateral. Then we have standards of service, which are exceptional. We make commitments, and we deliver on those commitments. We make commitments, and we exceed expectations. Then we become a category authority and expert in our field. We don't have to be the expert. We just need to be an expert. We increase our expertise over time by assessing our current situation, where we want to go, and then create a roadmap to get there. We really only need to be a few pages ahead of those in our target market in order to be recognized as credible and expert. Then we understand how likability influences the decisions potential buyers make. It is important to be likable and authentic. People buy from people, not from institutions. Are we empathetic? Are we relevant? And are we likable? It's not just who we know, but do they know what we do, and do they like us? Now we are ready to design a trust-building sales cycle process. So in this area, we make offers that are proportionate to the amount of trust we have earned over time. We use a few of the 6 core self-promotion strategies to make people aware of what we have to offer. Remember, marketing does not get us clients. It just creates awareness. Once someone becomes aware of us and how they respond to us based on that awareness, based on the offers we are making, is what books the business. The sales cycle process really is the linchpin. We are out there promoting ourselves. Our customers, potential customers, test our foundation. They give us an opportunity to earn their trust. They find us credible. Then they start to engage. All of our sales offers must be proportionate to the amount of trust we have earned. We won't always know the exact offer to make, but if we make it a guiding principle, we will book more business because we'll be leading people into a sales cycle by building trust and adding value, and applying the 6 keys to creating connection, which are: first, who is your target client? Number 2, what are they looking for? What kinds of products and services are they looking for so you know what to offer? Number 3, where do they look for you? Do they look online? Do they call a friend? How do they find you? Number 4, when do they look for you? What needs to happen in their life in order for them to reach out to you? Know what that life cycle is. Know what they need, when they will come to you. Remember, they buy when they are ready to buy, not when you want them to buy. 5, why should they choose you? What makes you strong? This is your brand identity. Remember, they have a lot of options available to them. If you know what you stand for, this is your area of expertise. 6, how do you want them to engage with you? Do you want them to call you on the phone? Do you want them to contact you through a contact page on your website? Do you want them to opt in from one of your landing pages? Know how you want them to engage with you. Finally, we then consider the 6 self-core promotion strategies that will lead them into our sales cycle. In the Book Yourself Solid system, we don't use the sales funnel concept, where we put as many people in the top, cram them down through the funnel, and eventually people come out the bottom. We think of it as a sales cycle. Some people will come in at the free level because they just heard of us. Some people will come in at a medium offer because they were referred to us. Some people will sit at our free stage for a long time because we haven't earned the level of trust proportionate to the fee we are asking. We may have people who come at a very high level because the trust of a friend is transferred to us, meaning we have worked with someone's sister or relative or friend, and so they trust us, and through that referral, that trust is substantiated. As we create offers, we will always have an objective and a strategy, or what I call the offer and the system. In the Book Yourself Solid system, we always have something to invite people to. It is free. It's called our Always Have Something to Invite People to offer. We don't sell anything in this call. 85% of most of our coaches' business has come through this offer. People stop by, they poke around, see what else we can do, and then they begin to go through our sales cycle. The Always Have Something to Invite People to offer is a big commitment because it has to be consistent and it has to be frequent. It is compelling in a group setting because it demonstrates our ability to bring people around us, to lead people to us. It is informational, and especially if we are educating people about products that might be eventually profitable to them, valuable to them, that we can sell to them, it can take a while for it to build. In any case, design it in a way that works for you. But there should be 3 criteria that are always followed. It needs to be consistent, frequent, and it needs to bring people together to create experiences. And over time, if we will follow this process, we will start selling more products and services. After we have devised our sales strategy, we implement a keep in touch strategy using 4 considerations. I'd like to call it collect and connect. We use a customer relationship management tool, or a CRM, to collect and connect. We then use an 80-20 rule to develop content. We gift 80% of our content, and we sell our services 20% of the time. How to deliver our content using the best tool can vary. We can set up a simple marketing and autoresponder system to deliver our content. The most important element is that it is segmented, meaning we segment our list between potential customers, current customers, and past customers. It is also relevant, the content is easily consumable, and it makes sense in the sequencing process. We might even use e-signs and other types of email promotions to position ourselves as an expert. Then we move to creating information products. This strategy is used to create free lead generating information products that are easy to produce and that can easily and quickly be executed upon. We create small, easy to produce segments so that we can quickly get leads generated into our sales cycle and then quickly get booked solid. So through this process, we have a 5-step plan. Step 1 is we define our product or program. What type of product or program do we want to create? Step 2, who are we going to offer the product or program to? Our target market. 3, what are the red hot benefits our target market will experience as a result of our offerings? Step 4, what image or emotion do we want to convey? How do you want your product to look and feel? Step 5, how can you leverage the content so you can deliver it in a variety of ways at various sales points in your sales cycle? What we call repurposing, which is a beautiful thing because it allows the opportunity for people to experience the same content in a lot of different ways. Next, we create a first draft using a 3-part formula: the introduction, the main content, and the conclusion. Fourth, we launch our information product using a simple 3-step launch sequence. Step 1 is pre-launch. We seed the market. Something is coming. Get people excited about it. Step 2, launch. And through this, we can use different methodologies, such as creating incentives for buying now or within a certain time frame. Then step 3 is post-launch. It's ongoing execution. It's continuing to put the product out there. It's also, we can also at this point use joint venture partners and affiliates to help launch and continue to launch in our ongoing process. This is a very necessary step in our business development. Now we are ready to move on to Module 3, which is perfect pricing and simple selling. In this module, we learn how to price offerings in the sweet spot of the customer's desires. We learn how to have simple selling conversations so that we can make an offer that is proportionate to the trust and credibility we have earned over time. This is what we call perfect pricing in the Book Yourself Solid system. Then we book the business and replicate the system over and over again. In perfect pricing, we again look at what we call FEPs, the financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits our clients receive from working with us. The value we offer is the return on investment that the people we serve receive from us. The financial benefits are usually recognized much later in the process, but they're often thought about first. Really, they accumulate as we work our systems. The emotional benefits guide our thoughts and decisions. The physical benefits provide core stability, and the spiritual benefits penetrate the soul. We place a value on ourselves as we identify the financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits we bring to the buyer. If we do this part well, we will be in alignment and integrity. It is out of integrity for us to underprice. We have to understand how people value us so we know the right price point. But we also have to understand our own self-value. If we don't put significantly higher price on ourselves, then why would others value us? We push ourselves out of our comfort zone, so we resonate with it. The key is that we have to be comfortable speaking our price point, because if we can't, we will never get that price. Always remember the financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits you offer your clients when determining the pricing, and then be able to speak about that pricing comfortably and confidently. We next look at our pricing models. In the Book Yourself Solid system, we talk about 12 models as well as discounting. Number 1, it's time for money, a one-on-one interaction. Number 2, open-ended time for trade. There's no set time or rate. Then there's a fixed price for preset result, a recurring fee for an open-ended time, a retainer plus back-end, flexible pricing where we might adjust our pricing based on different variables, a sliding scale based on the client's ability to pay, bundling where we may offer a lower price point or bundling of services, penetration pricing, loss leader pricing, economy pricing, and prestige pricing. Prestige pricing, as you get more books solid, can make a statement when you are one of the highest priced people in your market. Then we look at super simple selling. At Book Yourself Solid, we are dead set on killing the elevator pitch or speech. We have a super simple selling technique that is simply called a sales conversation. First, we start by letting go of our limiting beliefs and saying with confidence, I am the best person for you. At first, it will not feel familiar. That's okay. If you are not used to selling yourself, it will require practice. Then we follow the Book Yourself Solid paradigm of sales. The reason it is so effective is because our paradigm suggests that you build trust first before you start selling. If your foundation is strong and secure, that is comforting for the client. If you have a high likability factor and you have the standard credibility builders in place, if your sales cycle is strong and the offers you make are proportionate to the amount of trust you have earned, you have some simple lead generating information products that are packaged so that you know what you are offering and that they're easily consumable in a trust building format, and that you're an expert and so that your perceived value is higher so trust can be established. And if you can share all of these benefits and you can demonstrate how you can solve problems, then you are able to have sales conversations at the right time, which is the key to success. So how do we use the 4-part Book Yourself Solid formula in our sales conversation? First, we know when you are talking to anyone, we uncover their needs and goals. What do they want to achieve? We have to know this first, otherwise the conversation stops. Second, we identify what success looks like for them. Third, we ask them if they want help. They may only be investigating the possibility of getting help. And finally, we ask if they want our help. Then we are ready to move on to Module 4, which is looking at the 6 core self-promotion strategies to create awareness for the services we offer. We discuss the networking strategy, a direct outreach strategy, and the referral strategy. These first 3 are optional. The next 3 that I'm going to talk about, the first 3 are mandatory. The networking strategy, the direct outreach strategy, and the referral strategy are all mandatory. The next 3, the speaking strategy, the writing strategy, and the web strategy, are optional. In the networking strategy, which is a mandatory strategy, we use the 50-50 networking rule. How to share what you know, who you know, and how you feel. We share books and articles of interest to people in our network, and we use formal and informal networking events to enhance connection. Using the 50-50 networking rule, we use 50% of our time with our current clients or past clients, and 50% of our time acquainting ourselves with new potential customers with whom we will like to do business in the future. Then we look at our second mandatory strategy, which is direct outreach. Our direct outreach strategy is intended for those potential clients that we don't yet know. It is different than our networking strategy. There are 4 principles that we follow using our direct outreach strategy. These 4 principles are, number 1, do not be the noise that interrupts our client. Don't be a spammer. Any message that we send to someone that has not been invited is technically considered spam. Secondly, we avoid sending out messages that break down. Third, we use the vital outreach approach to ensure that our messages are acted upon. And fourth, we create a book yourself solid list of 20 to reach out to, track our efforts, and follow up. The referral strategy really is one of the easiest marketing tools when we understand it, because really it's word of mouth done by our friends, clients, and our network. We let our happy clients spread the word for us. This creates a snowball effect. We do pre-referral work. We get started as soon as possible. When we have received referrals, we follow up. We put together a list of 5 service providers who have the same target as us. These are complementary service providers, perhaps. This becomes our gang of 5. We try to send out 1 referral per day, but at least 1 per week. We can set up a structured referral network, or we can set up a non-structured system where we simply are making introductions and referring out. Over time, we will see referrals coming back to us. All successful business owners have a referral strategy in place. Then we look back at the type of referrals we have received in the past. We look forward to the type of referrals we would like to receive in the future, and we implement this strategy. We analyze previous referrals to determine how to consistently receive better referrals in the future. Where did the referral come from? Who was the person or organization? What is their relationship to me? What specifically was the referral for? We begin to see patterns. Did the referral need me immediately? Was the fee structure right? What was their sense of urgency? Did they eventually become a client? How were we contacted? Was it through the website, telephone, direct mail, an email introduction? Did I educate the referrer prior to the referral? We have to tell the people that are going to be referring us how we want to be referred. We get the referrals we ask for by educating our referrers on exactly what we are looking for. 6, how do we accept the referral and follow up? And number 7, is that new referral still a client today? Very often we aren't great at systems in our own businesses, but we really need to be diligent about this piece. We need to log our activity and see what is working and what is not working, and if not, why. We can use a spreadsheet, again, a CRM, or anything that will help us track our referrals and results. We set the steps 1 through 7 up within our system and we track it. Now we are going to move into the optional strategies. The first one is our speaking strategy. Public speaking is not mandatory. It is optional. Again, we have a red velvet rope policy. We have a target market. We need to be able to talk about what we do without sounding bland and confusing. We are able to put prospects into our sales cycle so they can invest in us based on the level of trust we have earned. And we must have a networking strategy. We must have a direct outreach strategy, and we must have a referral strategy. But this 100% optional strategy can be very helpful to us. But we should only do it if it resonates with us and it is something that we're very excited and trained at doing. There is no quicker way to make a serious impact on a large group of people than using this strategy. This strategy displays who we are and what we know, and who knows us, which is also very critical. So there are 4 strategies to our speaking strategy. First, we speak to self-promote and share the fruit of our knowledge. Second, we get booked to speak by identifying organizations or associations who serve our target market. Third, we use the 6-step guide to organizing our presentation. And fourth, we deliver our message and make it sizzle. We have now moved into our writing strategy. So there are 4 building blocks to this writing strategy. We show you how to get a lot of mileage out of writing just a little bit. We show you how to plan it, which is the first part of your writing strategy by looking at the subject first, then picking the topics you will focus on, and then taking the broad subjects and making applications. We show you how to create it, which is the second part of your writing strategy, by creating a working title, an introduction, the body, which is the main content, and the conclusion. Finally, we show you how to share it, which is the third part of your writing strategy. And that is really the whole point. If you're published on the web, what are some e-sign publications that serve your target market so you can get published in those arenas? Post and publish these in those directories. Then repeat the process over and over again. Our final strategy, which is also optional, is our web strategy. Now, of course, we have a website. That's part of our credibility builder. But if we decide to become fully invested in a web strategy, we can, but it's not mandatory. Plenty of businesses get booked solid without a very intense web strategy. But if you're going to use a web strategy, then the first thing is to build it right. Get clear on who's coming to the site so that you can determine what you want them to do. Do you want them to click on a video? Do you want them to opt into a newsletter? What do you want them to do? Who's coming? What do you want them to do? And how do you want them to do it? You have to provide something of value to get them to go to the next step. So, in this strategy, what is the goal? And then, how do you get people to stay engaged with you on your website? Compelling copywriting, compelling video, compelling site layout. Also, the user experience and the achievement of your goals is directly related to the layout of the page. The layout of the page is often more important than the content. Don't make your customers or your potential clients have to think too hard about what they're supposed to do next. You want them to be able to very clearly and easily and simply navigate through your website. The other thing is, once a website is set up, there's 6 basic things to get more visits. Number 1 is inbound links. You always want links pointing to your site, links from other websites, links from your social platforms, links from any email content that you send out. Cross-promotion can also be another great strategy. You can do this with other marketing partners. I promote you, you promote me. If you use the writing strategy and use blogging, readers need to end up back at your site using this cross-promotion strategy. SEO and search engine optimization. This changes often, so you may need to get someone else to do it for you unless you're going to stay on top of all of the changes that are occurring so frequently. Fourth is search engine marketing, or what's sometimes called digital marketing. This strategy uses measurable, effective marketing tools, so you know how many clicks you're getting, how many conversions you are getting. But if you don't know how to do it, then hire someone else to do it for you. Fifth, always leverage your email signature. Your phone number, your email address, and website need to be obvious in your email signature. These are credibility builders. You might also consider including your tagline. Six, online communities and social networks include forums. They are great because they are targeted. There are those seeking advice, so it is a great opportunity to connect with people. Those who aren't over self-promoting develop deep relations with their potential customers. So, in summary, if you have first built a strong foundation, second, built trust and credibility over time, third, use perfect pricing and have simple selling conversations, then you will, and use the Book Yourself Solid 6 core self-promotion strategies, you can get booked solid.